Hello and welcome to CR Sports Wrap. This is your in-depth look at College of the Redwoods Athletics. Here are your hosts, Grant Sams and Hokeem Sadon.
So we're back here live. I got Brooke here. What's up, Brooke?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So just a few short questions. Go like we practiced. What is your year for softball this year?
I graduate this year, 2023.
Okay.
So.
What position do you play?
I play pitcher and third base.
How do you like pitcher?
I think it's a lot of fun just being in charge and being able to move the ball around and control the field.
So talk about your fall season. But talk about the team and how you guys correlate with each other, and communicate, and have that the how you guys feel under pressure.
I think we just had like our first scrimmage, but from how we played, I think we were doing really well, like on defense. But I think for offense, we can use a little bit of work. But I feel like it'll be in no time because spring's coming and we're working hard in the fall. But we have a lot of chemistry, and I think it's a good year coming.
And talk about some of the team goals. What are some of the team goals that not only do you have, but you can talk about some for yourself, but also talk about the team goals that the whole team has.
For team goal as a whole, I'd say just to communicate on the field as much as possible, like running the plays if there's somebody on first, getting the double play, and then knowing where to cut for outfielders. And then another team goal is probably just working with each other and not individually, because it is a team sport. So that's one of our major goals.
So as a team leader, what is your job in the aspect of a pitcher? What is your main goal?
I think my main goal as a pitcher is to hype up the infield and then make sure that I'm getting ground balls and strikeouts and strikes as much as possible, but just making it easy on the defense to get 3 outs as fast as possible and then go to offense and try and score as much as we can in the first few innings rather than trying to catch up in the last few innings. So just trying to get their mindset going in the first inning.
So you guys start, your season is going to be coming up here shortly, right?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty excited because last year we went off on a good note. I think we got off on a win, and we're all excited to get into this season because we have a lot more players and a lot more talent on the team, so it should be fun.
Awesome. And talk a little bit about your coach. How good of a coach is she, and like what is her main goal being the leader that she is for you guys?
I love Coach V. I think she does a really good job trying to make sure we're doing good on the field and off the field, like academically and just on a personal level as well, to make sure we're all in a good mindset so that we aren't like having a headache on the field, just so that we have a lot of less pressure off of ourselves. But she definitely does a good job making sure that we all have good grades and just pushing ourselves and trying to find more ways to motivate us and have us do more team bonding so that we're all good and familiar with each other.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come in and interviewing with me, and good luck this season, and hopefully you guys will come up with the big dubs.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. I love all my teammates, so thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your game.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Aiden?
Doing well?
So we got Aiden here with us. Salazar?
Yeah, Atkins Salazar.
Atkins Salazar. So talk about, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a sophomore this year. I played last year with the last year's basketball team. It's going to be my second year.
Talk about some of the goals that you guys have for the team.
So we haven't had our meeting where we like set our goals yet, but I know that one of them will be to win GVC, because if we can win that this year, it'll be the first time anyone in the GVC conference has ever won 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row? That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, so if we can get that done this year, it'll be the first time that's been done in history of the GVC.
That's crazy. Talk a little bit about the program. Talk about the basketball program.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of fresh guys this year. I mean, like last year, they kind of had like a set team, but this year it's like a whole new team. Everything's up in the air. So it'll be really interesting to see how everything shapes out.
So talk about, I did a little interview with your coach, but talk a little bit about him and how his team leadership for your guys helps you guys do the games and stuff.
Yeah, Bizio, he's a very interesting coach. Like, best coach I've ever had. A lot of the guys feel the same way. He's a big guy about like energy and like stuff like that. So he's not your most fundamental coach, but the way he coaches is really effective and it really keeps players engaged, which is good.
So talk about the twins that are coming in from.
Oh yeah, the Neff twins. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I'm both excited to play with both those guys. You know, they kind of like dominated things in Oregon, and we somehow ended up getting them here. So it'll be fun playing with those guys. They definitely can play basketball. They're good.
So how many years have you guys had set twins on your team?
Yeah, that's what's funny. Like the last 2 years, there was the Willis twins, Donald and Brad. And then once they left, we got 2 new twins coming in. But they're not identical like last year's, but, you know, still twins. But
Dude, that's true.
Yeah.
So the Neff twins, I told your coach this last week that I actually got to announce them in basketball last year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Or when I was back in Oregon, when they played Willamette High School, they were on their team, and I think they were freshmen or sophomore or something like that, and they're really good. They have good rhythm. They're team leadership.
Yeah, they're both very capable scorers. Like when they got the ball, like it's pretty dangerous. So it's really going to keep teams on their toes.
So have you guys started your practices yet?
Yeah, so today, actually this morning, we had our first official practice of, you know, intercollegiate men's basketball. Up until this point, we've been having a summer classes, which has been acting as our practice, but now we have like official practices that are starting.
So talk about some of the other the team members on your team. So talk about some of what their goals are, like the leadership and the connection you guys have.
Yeah, right now, you know, we're a fresh team, so we're still really working on like getting our chemistry down, which is like involved just, you know, a lot of hanging out outside of basketball plays a big part in that. So we've been trying to like get a lot of team things going and just get our like off the court chemistry up, because all that off court stuff translates over to the court.
So the last question here, how many freshmen and how many sophomores do you guys have on your team?
So we have, I think, 17 guys total, like including all the red shirts. And I know for sophomores, it's just me, John, and Nico, I believe, are the only like returning sophomores. Yeah, we have some other guys that redshirted last year, but they're returning, so they're technically freshmen. So yeah.
So actually, talk a little bit about the redshirt. What does that entail? Like, why can't they start playing for you guys?
So a redshirt, it's an optional thing. It's like if you don't think maybe you're not gonna get a ton of playing time, or you don't feel like you're ready, you get a chance to have like a year just practicing and developing with the team in order to get ready for your upcoming year. But it's definitely a good option for a lot of guys out there.
All right, so I appreciate you coming in and talking to us, but we're looking forward to the start of the season. I know that's right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I bet you guys are excited to start. And so hopefully you guys can come up with the big dub and make it where you guys win the GBC.
Yeah, season's going to be great. If we can get the three-peat, that'd be pretty incredible.
All right, Aiden, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to CR Football Radio. I'm Megan Valent, and we are joined here with CR's head football coach, Jason White. CR is currently 2-2 and will host Foothill College this weekend. Welcome, Coach White.
Thank you for having me.
So, Coach White, what do you think your strengths have been so far this season, and what does your team still need to work on?
The strengths of this team are basically they don't ever give up. I mean, every game we've played has been a one-score game. They never hang their heads. We've been down a couple scores, come back, made it close, come back and won it. So the resiliency of these guys is definitely their strength. If you're looking from a player standpoint, our defensive line is incredible. They've done a great job all season long. And then our running backs, Levi Cox-Cooley is really kind of stepped up and really taken over that starting role at running back at this point. But we have a couple other backs that are pretty good too. So that has really been the strength of our team at this point as far as things go. And what we're trying to work on, a lot of it for us is just our execution. Ability-wise, I think we're fine, but having an all-freshman team, we lack some experience. So we make a lot of mistakes that we won't make when these guys come back next year.
Saturday, you're playing a good team in Foothill that is 4-0. Destroyed some teams this season with the score. What have you been telling your players this week to get them ready for this game?
There's no expectation for us. Everybody expects us to lose this game 58-7. That's what their average score is. They're averaging 58 points a game and only giving up about 7 points. And so for us, we're going out there and playing with nothing to lose, and the only people that expect us to win is us, and we know that, and we're fine with that. We're just working like we do every week. We're not treating this game any differently than we have any other week.
Your defense has been your bread and butter this season. What do you hope to see out of them, special teams, and the offense for the rest of the season?
Well, I told Coach Wheeler that he's got to score 3 touchdowns a game like he did last week. That's the expectation now. I don't know if he's very happy with that, but I just expect our defense to do what they've been doing all year, and that's making plays and doing things at optimal times. West Hills, our defense gave up some points, but they made the plays when it counted. And when we got into overtime, they got to stop and held them to 0, and that allowed the offense to go ahead and win. And I really hate getting caught up in the offense and defense thing. Really, at the end of the day, all anybody cares about is did you win or lose the game, and we don't care if we win 7-0 or we win 41-40. So I'm not too worried about any of that. I just expect our defense to play hard, rally the football, and do their job just like they do every week.
All right, you're back here at CR after being gone for a while, and CR football is back after a few years of not having a team. What has been your favorite memory so far this season? It could be from practice, it could be a gameplay that happened.
Oh, that's kind of an easy one. Getting that first win under our belts with all those freshmen in overtime. The whole team storming the field afterwards. That's as exciting as it gets. And so that was an awesome moment for our program and the return of College of the Roads football. And then building on that the next week and getting 2 wins in a row against a team that has won their conference 2 years in a row. That kind of shows you the direction that we're headed right now, and we're just going to keep building on those moments.
And you probably don't know this, but after the volleyball game, we actually put in, when you guys were playing West Hills, into the loudspeaker.
Oh, no,
and we
no
listened to the end of the game, and you guys win. So all of us are really here to support football and are excited you guys are back this weekend, playing Foothill at 1 p.m. at Cal Poly Humboldt State. Thank you, Coach White.
Thank you.
Coach Hoke here, back at the Redwood Bowl, and I'm joined here with the men's head soccer coach. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Kyle Van Dyke. I'm the men's head soccer coach for CR.
Beautiful. So how long have you been the head coach now here at CR?
This is I lose track with COVID. I think this is my 3rd full season. I was assistant for a few years before that as well. So I've been at CR now since 2016. So been there for a minute now. But yeah, this is like my 3rd season as head coach.
Beautiful. So what was your soccer coaching playing experience before you came to CR?
So what actually got me into the coaching aspect of it was I was attending school here at Humboldt, and the previous coach to me before me, we had all the same classes here at Humboldt. We were doing all our major classes together, and we ended up being just like getting really close. And CR didn't have a soccer team for I think like 3 years. They had suspended it just due to budget cuts. And they announced they're bringing it back, and he was just real excited about it. He's like, I think I'm going to apply. And I just kind of hyped him up for it because we were in our last semester. And I told him, I was like, I'll drive the vans, I'll do whatever you need just to kind of get my foot in the door coaching. And he got the job. He was 22 at the time, I believe. I was 23, and we had a couple players older than us on the team that first year, but it was a good learning experience, and I just loved it. So then that next year I quit my other job and just kind of went in full time as his assistant. And once he moved on, I was offered the head job and just been there since. So kind of just weird introduction into it. Not really the plan going in necessarily, but I liked what happened along the way, so I just stuck with it and kept going. It's been a very rewarding and enjoyable career.
Yeah, it's a good story. I always love it when people can find a way to do what they love and get paid for it as a career. That's an amazing thing.
It doesn't feel like a job most of the time.
Yeah, it makes you look forward to going to work instead of going home.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So let's talk about this year. So let's see, this week you guys took on Butte College and Lake Tahoe as well.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, you guys took on Butte. How did that game go? What were some good points, some weak points? And overall, what was your perspective on that game?
Yeah, to be honest, I was very, very pleased with our first half. In that game, we played really well. We had a really good opportunity for a goal early. We had, a player missed an opportunity on one. We hit the post on one. They even almost had 2 own goals that first half. We were on them, playing really well, and they kind of snuck one in on an error we had in the back, and it ended up being 2-0 at half. But we were in it feeling confident, but got a couple injuries flare up, and our depth is kind of an issue this year. And those teams, Butte and Tahoe as well, they roll up with 25 to 30 guys on their roster and subbing in masses. So it's a big challenge for our guys, but it's a good learning experience. So yeah, it was 2 tough results, not the results we wanted, but there was definitely good points within it. And we, good things to build on. We have Siskiyous coming up this coming Tuesday at home as well. And that one should be, someone we can compete with a little more frequently and throughout the match. So should be a good one Tuesday.
Absolutely. Yeah, that game against Siskiyous will be Tuesday, October 4th here in Eureka at 1:00 p.m. Cool. So let's talk about a little bit about the team this year. You mentioned you didn't have a whole lot of depth, but who are some of your star players that we should look out for this year, and kind of what are some of your team goals you have set for the team this year?
Yeah. So one of our bright spots so far has been a freshman that we brought in he actually came in from Utah, and he plays on the wing for us, Roman Barnes. He's been scoring goals for us, being just a threat on the outside. He's got a lot of speed and gives defenses a difficult time. And then we have, returner Giovanni Ramirez. He's been strong. He played a lot of central midfield for me, just because having him in the middle of the field has been beneficial. But recently we dropped him back down to center back. Same concept. He's still in the center of the field, but he's more vocal than some of the other options we had back there. So he's been able to kind of dictate our defense, get us a little more organized, and building up that way. But yeah, we have good talent across the board. It's just at this level with the unlimited subs and things like that, I wish we had another 5 or so guys to throw in the mix as well. Kind of tough right now, but overall, I'm proud of the guys, and they're a great group to be around. That's, like we talked about earlier, it doesn't really feel like work going in. I get excited to go in each day and work with these guys and get them better, and just building them up.
Yeah, it's good to hear. We all know that great teams start with great leadership, and like you said, you found good vocal leaders for your middle there, and also yourself. You set a great example for these young men and helping develop them not only on the soccer field, on the pitch, but also in their lives as well. So thank you a lot for your time, Coach Kyle Van Dyke.
Yeah,
and looking forward to seeing some of your games this year.
Cool, thank you. Have a good one.
You as well. And this is Coach Hoke back here. I'm with 2 of today's stars. We have two alumni from Fortuna High. We have quarterback Max Huff, and we have Joey Quinn from our offensive line. And boys, first thoughts on the great win today. I want to say congratulations. And Joey, you can start us off. What did you see from an offensive standpoint that you guys did well up front today?
You know what? Normally our run game is our strength, and we lean on that. But today they did a really good job at stopping the run. So we stepped up big time with our passing game, and Max Huff and all of our wide receivers did an amazing job catching the ball, running routes, and just working hard.
That's what I love to hear. I love to hear you guys working hard. So I got one for Max here. I want to give you a congratulations today, stepping up in the absence of Gaither. I've seen you preparing all week, and last week you did a great job coming in off the bench as well. So I want to give you congratulations on that. But today, what were your thoughts late in the game in that fourth quarter, right? We're making that comeback, down a couple points, and then we end up tying it up. What were kind of your thoughts on those last couple of drives there as far as play execution and what you're trying to do?
Just trying to go put the ball in the end zone. I know our defense is going to be able to stop them like they did. So I knew all we had to do was score and let them handle the business.
Beautiful, beautiful. So here I want to turn some attention to the special teams units, right? Right, in Redwoods, we've been known to have good returners on both punts and kicks, but it seems like this year our kicking game has been a little lacking. I know, Max, you take care of the punting duties, and you've done a great job there, but what do you guys kind of look for in practice, and kind of what are you guys kind of searching for on special teams for our kickers?
They work every day. I'm sure they'll get better. It'd be good. It'd be good to hit with a field goal, but I think they'll do it soon.
All right, I like the positive attitude as well. So for you gentlemen from Fortuna High, how does it feel to represent your home area at your local junior college?
You know, it feels great, you know, especially to see all the fans here supporting us. You know, it's honestly just a great feeling to, you know, keep going at it with some of the guys I've been playing with since I was 8. You know, it's the best feeling in the world to play this game and to play with people you love.
Yeah, lots of love around this area. It's one of my favorite things about Humboldt is a very tight community, and you know there's a lot of love for all the local players that come here to Redwoods and also to Cal Poly as well. So it's great to see local boys like you guys shine. One more question here for Mr. Huff. So I was curious, kind of what are your thoughts on like those overtime possessions, right? So right. Each team gets a chance with the ball, right, to put the ball in the end zone. What kind of what's like the difference in mindset between when you start with the ball first or when you guys start on defense first? Like, what's kind of your offensive mindset in each of those situations?
Start on defense. It allows us to put our defense out there, stop them. All we got to do is score, and the game's over. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I always like in baseball, we call the home field advantage, right? If you get the opportunity to score last and that could cap off the victory, I feel like that's always the best advantage for any sports team, right? When you can get that last say in who scores last and you instantly win. So that's big. That's big. So I just want to give one last congratulations on the good win today, boys. We got one more interview here after you guys, and love to give a big shout out to Fortuna High. You guys holding it down for the local boys, and good luck rest of the season, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm joined by one of our work study members, but also one of our stars on our football team, Wake Sayre Hutchinson.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today, Wake?
I'm doing great, Coach.
Good.
Great. Yes,
excellent ball game to watch. So I just want to kind of get your thoughts on how did you feel the offensive did today? What are kind of your strengths, and what are some of the things that you guys are looking to improve on in practice this week?
I think we did great. All aspects we had shortcomings, but short memory came back and punched it in. You know what I mean? That's all it really is short memory. We work hard every single day, and it shows. You know what I mean? We just got to keep working hard.
Absolutely. You're one of the harder workers that I've seen out there. You're a great leader on and off the field, and it's great to see you shine on that football field for us. And as a local guy coming from Hoopaw, right? It's cool to see more local guys like that staying around this area. I know in my day, a lot of guys that were local that played sports, they leave the area. So what does it mean to you to be a local athlete able to play for your local community college and have success like we are?
Oh man, it's huge. I was part of the program that got cut, and that was just dramatic for everybody. Everybody would have had to leave and everything. Program's back. This is like the biggest thing for a lot of people. It's the avenue out, you know? A lot of people, like, it's not really nobody really thinks about it, but you can go far in this. But if you don't have the opportunity, you can't go nowhere. You got to travel, and it's just a lot of extra stress, but everybody could do it.
Absolutely.
Local.
Absolutely. Yeah. Coming up as a local guy myself, I know a lot of people in the community, they always say, oh yeah, CR, like it's okay. Like they're a local team, but like we're so far out here. How are we going to get good players to come play for us? And what a lot of people recently have realized is like, wow, like you guys still play all the same teams that Butte plays.
Yep.
Play all the same teams that Feather River plays.
Yep.
If somebody puts up good stats, why aren't they a good player? You know what I mean? So it's good that our athletics program is realizing that you can get guys here from out of the area and move them on to good schools at the same time.
100%, man.
So I just want to kind of flip the switch here a little bit. I want to talk about kind of the penalties. In this game, there weren't really too many penalties, but when there was a penalty, there were big penalties, right? There were 15-yarders, moving the team back, moving the team forward. So what's something that you guys have done this year to really limit the penalties?
I mean, it's all about keeping your cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of just to be expected. A lot of guys are passionate about the game. It comes out in the game. You can't really control it, but all you can do is just make sure people are able to keep a level head and just keep the game moving. You know what I mean? Those type of penalties can change the game. And so you just try to limit those as much as we can.
Absolutely. It's super key to be able to keep that composure and poise under pressure in those big situations. And Redwoods actually leads Northern California in the least amount of penalties, and they're third in penalty yardage against. So that's something for you guys to take pride in for sure. And I know in practice you guys do a lot of, making sure that you guys are blocking the right way and avoiding that. And also not getting too heated in the moment when something doesn't go your way. I noticed you guys bring a lot of resiliency to the football field, and you guys really know how to get back up after taking a punch and throwing even harder punches yourselves. So I really want to commend you. Big props on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I gotta give it to our other players. I mean, a lot of our players are just straight leaders, straight dogs. You know what I mean? We're able to pick your brother up and just say, keep moving. You know what I mean? A lot of that is really down to the players. We got a lot of leaders.
Yeah, brotherhood is huge when it comes to team sports like football and basketball. You really have to stay together as a unit. So, but in closing words, I want to say, what are you looking forward to the rest of the season here? You guys are just starting off conference with this win today. What are you looking for out of the ball club moving forward?
We keep working hard every week. Hopefully we go to a bowl game. That's the goal. Bring it back to Humboldt, That's the main thing. This means a lot to the community, and it'd be huge if we could do it, you know what I mean? So why not?
Yeah, it definitely does mean a lot to the community. And I want to say it means really a lot to us here at Redwoods Athletics to get guys like you to be able to do interviews with us. And I want to say thank you for your time. It's a great job on the ball game today.
Thanks, all.
Hey, you take care.
Thanks for joining us on CR Sports Wrap. Be sure to like and subscribe. Find out more about CR Athletics at redwoods.edu. Access Humboldt is local voices.